I hope this video works out. Welcome to my video. This is going to be called my WrestleMania Best Buy delivery. I just got this in the mail. I opened it earlier. Tried to make a video earlier, but it didn't turn out so well. So hopefully this video will work. My second attempt at this. Okay. My 2 WrestleMania I got in the mail. Got it in 4 days. Can't beat that. I got the email saying it got shipped on Wednesday, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Got it in 3 days technically. But freaking awesome, I got it in 3 days. The first DVD I will show you, a very good WrestleMania. It was the one from Detroit, WrestleMania 23. Stephanie McMahon and Bobby Lashley and Stone Cold with Donald Trump on the cover. We have Shawn Michaels, and in case you guys aren't familiar, you don't remember, he had Shawn Michaels versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. You have Batista versus Undertaker for the World Championship. Flip it over, I will show you the inside. There's an insert, which they don't have inserts no more. That's what it just looks like. It's just this cool little blue. Some of the matches, Money in the Bank, the most star-studded in my Money in the Bank ladder match. You have Edge versus CM Punk versus King Booker versus Jeff Hardy versus Mr. Kennedy, Alec Anderson, versus Matt Hardy versus Finlay versus Randy Orton. That is the most star-studded Money in the Bank I can remember. And I believe this is the one where, in case you guys haven't seen this, check it out. It's a really good WrestleMania. I've seen it before. I just want to pick it up and watch it again because I'm in this WrestleMania funk, not really funk, but I just want to watch WrestleMania over and over. It's some of the best pay-per-views of all time on WrestleMania. Some of the best matches, I should say. I remember this because I believe it's where Edge gets put on a ladder and Jeff Hardy does like a swanton or something on him, and the ladder just goes and it breaks. I believe this is one where Ken Anderson wins it. Actually, I believe Edge was actually supposed to win it, but he got taken out. We have ECW Originals versus the New Breed, Sandman, RVD, Tommy Dreamer, and Sabu versus Marcus Corban, Kevin Thorne, Matt Striker, and Elijah Burke. Melina versus Ashley, Lumberjill match, Chris Benoit versus MVP. I remember this pay-per-view very well. It was a good one. It was a very enjoyable pay-per-view. But that's just one of my. And by the way, guys, you will not. Look how much these costing a little bit. You won't believe the prices. In my personal opinion, this is the best WrestleMania of all time. This is WrestleMania 19. Hogan and McMahon on the cover. I mean, they could have done more than one cover for this, simply because there's so many classic matches on here. I mean, you got Kurt Angle versus Brock Lesnar. I mean, you could just have that match and that would be enough. The Rock vs. Stone Cold. The Street Fight 20 years in the making. We already talked about it. Hogan and McMahon. The World Championship, Heavyweight Championship match. Triple H vs. Booker T. Shawn Michaels vs. Chris Jericho. Those matches alone would be enough for the average fan for WrestleMania. But no, there's more. You got a tag title defense at WrestleMania. Guys, that's unheard of nowadays. The world's greatest tag team, Haas and Benjamin versus Los Guerreros, Eddie and Chavo versus Benoit and Rhino. Triple Threat Women's Championship match. Victoria with Stevie Richards versus Trish Stratus versus Jazz. Undertaker and Nathan Jones. A lot of people might not remember him. I believe Chronic was trying to think of his name earlier. It was Nathan Jones. When I was watching the, I believe it was on the SmackDown review, he was talking about some Australia thing. Something going on in Australia. He didn't really have that big of a stint in wrestling, really. It was Big Show and A-Train, Lord Tensai. The Cruiserweight Championship, Rey Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio. Matt Hardy versus Rey Mysterio for the Cruiserweight title. I mean, this pay-per-view from top to bottom loaded with great matches. And some of the features on this, in the last year you had a lot of features. I mean, you had the road to WrestleMania. You have access with Trish Stratus, access with Media Day with Edge. I mean, you have so much cool stuff. And they even have, and what's ironic about this, WrestleMania 19, we remember WrestleMania 28 this last Sunday. The next night, Brock made his return. Well, WrestleMania 19, after the Monday Night Raw on WrestleMania 19, I might be saying WrestleMania 19, sorry. Bill Goldberg made his WWE debut 3/31/03. So guys, I mean that was freaking iconic as well. Iconic moment. That was really iconic moment because Goldberg was a WCW guy, not a WWE guy. So that was interesting. It was in Seattle. It was at Seattle, Washington, Safeco Fieldhouse. I mean, it was a pack. It was awesome, dude. I remember this pay-per-view. I haven't seen it in a long time. My girlfriend has never seen it, so I'm gonna make her sit down and watch it. I mean, McMahon and Hogan on the cover. They could have even done like a four-way cover, but Austin and The Rock's last match, I believe they had. Yeah, WrestleMania. Booker T and Triple H was a great match. Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho. I mean, man, that match is awesome. And I don't believe John Cena is even on this pay-per-view, so that's a plus right there, guys. No John Cena. So that's a plus. I don't think he was around then, but still, that is a plus. No John Cena. I'm loving it. Unless this is the one where he challenged all the rappers to come rap battle at WrestleMania, which it might have been this. I can't remember though. I remember one WrestleMania he did that. He challenged Jay-Z and everybody to come rap battle him, but I don't know if that was correct or not, but anyways, guys, these two WrestleManias. I mean, WrestleMania 19 by itself is worth $25-$30 in my opinion as a wrestling fan. WrestleMania 23, it was a good, solid pay-per-view. It wasn't a great pay-per-view. And anytime you have Stone Cold as a special referee, it's money. I mean, you have a Lumberjill, Melina, and Ashley. Ashley was an okay wrestler. Kaden Khali, I'm not a Khali fan, but Chris Benoit. I mean, one of the few pay-per-views that you can watch with him on it nowadays. The W is kind of hectic about that. But John Cena and Shawn Michaels was a great match. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. That they might hate Cena, which I'm not. I don't like Cena, but that was a great match. I remember. I believe it was the next night on Raw. Shawn Michaels versus John Cena. They had a match on Raw. It went 60 minutes on Raw, and Shawn Michaels won with a super kick and throwing on 1, 2, 3. It's like, why couldn't you do that at WrestleMania? Just like, it makes me so mad. But anyways, I remember watching this WrestleMania. Now that I think about it, was this the Maybe. Wait, was Money in the Bank down here? Yes. This might have been the WrestleMania that CM Punk won it. I'm not sure, but it could have been. I had to rewatch it again. I can't remember exactly. I'll have to rewatch that. Because Melina versus Ashley. Rewatch that. But anyways, guys, this pay-per-view is a good pay-per-view, solid. I mean, and so I would give this pay-per-view $15, $20 as well. So I would say for these two pay-per-views, $40 you would pay a wrestling fan. Comment below if you want, if you don't have to. But my personal opinion, these two pay-per-views are worth some decent $20 at least for both of them. At least $15, $20. But I paid $5.99 for both DVDs. $5.99. You can't beat that, guys. Come on, you cannot beat that. A little overboard my review. Can't wait to watch Most Extreme Q&A Part 2. Looking for my question to be answered. Guys, have a great weekend.